Hey, it's good. Very, very good. It's started to get good evening here, so it's
Yeah.
very, very good. And I don't know, the dogs is barking, so it's good. Hey,
Hello.
the house.
How many dogs do you have?
We have two, one golden
Oh,
and one mixed, so it's nice.
oh,
Yeah, they're very
yeah.
cute.
Yes, I have two as well, and mine are gonna start going now.
Mm.
I have an old man, and he is very vocal in his older age. I don't know what it is. I keep thinking he's in pain, but then he just hops up like nothing. And so I'm like, what are you crying for?
Attention.
Yeah, probably. I think he almost like maybe has a little bit of dementia and gets scared when I'm not around.
No, okay.
Yeah.
It's like that.
So the album comes out June 7th. Oh my gosh, it is such a beautiful album. I have listened to it. I mean, it's been close to 20 times. It's such a
Oh,
beautiful album. Um, well, so far the response for the two songs that you have put out has been really, really positive. How has that been for you guys? I know it's always nerve-wracking to put out new stuff.
it's been very, very good. I mean, the response has been very, very good, and two very powerful songs, very
Yes.
strong songs, direct, and just a really nice, positive force kind of going, So and it's gonna be really fun to do these songs live as well. Yeah, man, I'm really excited, and now all the fans is gonna be able to listen to the album as well. So it's gonna be really cool.
But with the live shows, which one are you the most excited on the album to play, and which one are you maybe the most nervous to play? Because you got some pretty intense solos in there.
Yeah, uh, I think that "Say" is gonna be. I mean, it is a tricky song. The thing is, it doesn't sound tricky. That is the beauty of it, But and there's a lot of things going on, and the solo is. I always try to make it. I always do. So I have strong points in the solos, and then the all the technical stuff is just like more improvised. So that way I don't really have to think about that much when I play live, because I don't really care to do it the same the whole time. And if people really like so it's just it's more of that vibe, So I'm not really nervous. I'm more excited, because with all that fast stuff, it's go usually so fast, so nobody really hear the difference.
That's really cool, though, that you go with the feeling of it instead of
But
just
it has to be, of course, it has to be close, very close in the neighborhood. It cannot be like Oklahoma or New Jersey. It has to be.
be so confused.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not like I can okay, let's trade these two solos and then I do a spin-off on both of them and people can just fuck off if they don't like it. It's not like that, at all.
Right.
But I think that some of the, I mean, I loved when I heard when people were replacing people that they just some of the things that were like the flash part, they just did that kind, but with their own flavor, for instance, So there was like it was the same notes and the same scale, Just like if you would have all the white keys available on a piano, but you choose what you want to do, right there. But you have to use these notes there, in that order. So so so,
Right.
so I always like that, and the person that I am, if I would think in those terms of nailing the solo perfect every night, I would go insane because I am a perfectionist. So in that thing, that would just turn the whole night very not fun for me at all,
For
because I'm
sure.
not there. I'm not there. I'm mostly there to entertain, and then second to enjoy myself, and then playing is like the third thing, even though it has to be really very, very good, of course, the highest standard. But at the same time, some of the things that you beat yourself up with, most of the people out there don't understand that you messed up at all.
Right, absolutely. Well, and hopefully the fan entertainment and you enjoying yourself are all in one. Hopefully that's usually your experiences. Obviously, this is a job, and I know that everybody has off days and you get exhausted, but I hope the majority of the time the enjoyment for yourself is just right up there with the entertainment for the crowd.
Of course it is, because that is the thing. But that, as far as the job,
Yeah. Yep.
and as far as 90 minutes, then I think that me enjoying myself is less important than the obligation to perform.
Right. Right.
You know,
Yeah.
because I mean, yeah, because I mean, people pay money to get something as well, other than, at least
Yeah.
we are that band that sells that thing. I mean, of course it's a
Yeah.
complete different thing if you're a singer songwriter that has a very, so. But for us, it's just like, and I like that. I think it's fun. I mean, I always been an entertainer, always been goofing around. So I think it's a part of me that just, really
Yes.
this work, and playing live is the best. I take that any day to sitting in the studio every day. I think it's so much more fun to play live.
Yeah.
And I think the studio is fun as well. It doesn't have a chance to play live because you get the direct thing, and when you can connect with people on a much broader scale than you can do with four guys that you've been sitting in a studio with for 20 years, even though it's great as well.
Yeah.
And still it's magical that we still can put out. It's like a big well of just things that we can just go, or like we have a fantastic wine cellar of riffs and musical ideas that we can go down and take from. We have different wings, your
Yeah.
wing and my wing and Tom's and Rickard's, and and so it's really cool when you see it like that, and just that everybody is important.
Yeah, absolutely. And somehow you guys continue to um evolve even after 20 years of playing. There's a continual, like, you guys still are able to impress the fans while still remaining true to Evergrey. I think this album is just like a whole other step, and I feel like that with every album. With every album, I'm like, okay, they're not going to be able to top that last one. Okay, they're not going to be able to top that last one. And it's like you guys somehow just keep doing it, and it's very impressive. And again, for 2 decades worth of playing, it's cool that you guys are able to maintain that and continue to do that.
Yeah, thank you. And it's wild, man, when you think about it. Just like a lot of years, and and that we can still do this, and yeah, I mean, that is a part of that I can live where I live, and that I didn't have to go up early for the reason to go to do a work that I don't love,
Right.
and that is the whole thing. So I would gladly take a studio, sitting in the studio discussing some fucking note for 2 days and arguing about that, instead of, and so I'm very grateful for what what Evergrey and has given to me.
Right. Um, it, I think it's important to, and I discuss this with everybody, to discuss self-care. So you guys obviously go on tour. You're hard workers. You just put, what was it, 2 years ago was the last album, if I remember right. I actually had interviewed Johan for that. I think it was 2 years ago. But self-care, I think, is something that's really important, especially when you're on the road. Of course, when you're at home as well. What are some things that you do to keep your mind healthy, to keep yourself, to keep from burnout? Yeah, right.
Yep.
Absolutely.
My first and my biggest love. So,
Yes.
you know, the guitar, that is the thing for me, you know. I was blessed with finding that early in my life, and that's the thing. That's what I miss so many things when we are on tour, because I've been sitting in the dressing room playing guitar instead. Yeah, that's the thing, but talk, talk and balance.
Yeah,
Balance,
absolutely.
balance is the word for that. It's a very important word, not only for a tour musician, of course, but for everybody. You need the balance, and the balance to be able to go up and work. And that has to be on tour. That has to be the main focus. Everything has to start from when I go on stage. You know, you cannot start with me waking up hungover as fuck. You know.
Right. Yeah,
Even though I've
absolutely.
done that many times, you know, and most of the times it was probably worth it as well, you know. So it's not. I mean, we play in a rock band, you know. It's just
Right.
at the same time, balance just makes everything
Yeah,
much more enjoyable. Uh,
right.
uh, and yeah, I really think that we've the joy of being playing music and creating music together is something that we have understood, that we are very few people are able to do this.
Yeah,
We are doing.
right.
So it's just like, why don't we just do it more
Mm-hmm.
instead of what we've been doing? Just and that is the mindset. That is the thing. You have to pick up and be responsible for yourself on tour, and also be responsible to look after your friends, you know,
Yeah,
brothers, in my
yes,
case,
of
because
course.
it's just guys on tour, you know, when we are out. It's just so it's just and look after them and make sure that the other guys, that our crew is feeling good, because they are the whole backbone of the whole thing. Uh,
Absolutely.
uh, and all the bands around, you know,
Mm-hmm.
making sure
Uh,
that everybody is thinking that when we leave, they're gonna have a smile on their face, thinking about us, not, you know, not as a big fucking relief, like, oh, and finally they're out of here, those fucking assholes, you know. Uh, because a lot of people, a lot of bands think that they are rock stars, and that was the thing that I think this whole thing that just broke up the whole world in 2020 made a lot of people really waking up and stop being so fucking jaded about everything.
right. So
Because
true.
I mean, if I would have whispered in your ear 1 year before, you would thought that you would just laugh at me and thought that I was an idiot if I would told you that. Because so we never know. Once again, I don't know if I ever gonna be back in South America like we're going now on the. So I'm gonna enjoy it, you know, because and just make the most of everything, because the difference is a lot of people is just like, yeah, you know, the fans were not really on today. It's just like, okay, why do you think that is? you think that you did really? How much did you do to make them clap their fucking hands? How much did you do to make them sing along? And or did you just like stood there and waiting for something to happen? You know?
It definitely is an energy exchange.
Which is something that I've been doing a lot of times as well.
Yeah.
Before, until I realized that, you know? And when somebody says a thing like that to the other guys, it's something that everybody has been thinking about. But when somebody says it out loud and everybody has heard it and they like, yeah, wow, you can make it really fucking starting trying to find 5 people in the audience the first thing you do when you go out, you know? Because people want to be seen. They want to know that I love this band. I am here on my time and I spent my money to see this. I you know? So it's just like, so you can really build something very powerful. I can just imagine the difference of that power when a bill like that comes in, when the opening bands feels like they are welcome and we are letting them have a great show with all the lights and all the because all the lights that they have, you know, not like cutting on this because in the end of the night we want the listeners to have a great experience, not only 90 minutes with Evergrey, but of course all the bands have to sound great, right?
Absolutely.
So it's just it's good. That reset was good because it just made me think very differently about a lot of things. And when we started to talk about all that stuff, it's just like, yeah, we should fucking really do this because why the hell not?
Yeah, absolutely.
I can sit on my ass later in life, you know, figuring out what I want to do. So it's gonna, so with that kind of energy going into with everything, it's just much more powerful.
Yep.
You know?
I agree 100%. Yeah, and you can tell when the band is not only really enjoying what they're doing, but they're having that energy exchange with the crowd. And and you're making people's day by like singling them out and recognizing them as a fan. I think that's so cool.
Yeah, and I mean that is cool. If you, I mean, and because that would I love when that happens to me when I'm out at concerts, even to this day. I fucking love that. Of course, I'm getting starstruck if somebody would like. Of course.
So who's the bands for you that you get the most like excitement out of seeing?
I mean, I always been into the guitar players, you know, all the shredders and all that. So that is just I'm just getting my dose. Everything that is shred, you know, it's fun. Good guitar players, you know.
Yes.
And that's gonna be fun being around that the whole time, you know, because I mean I have to say I'm always getting starstruck. I'm always getting starstruck with Meshuggah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And
They're incredible.
The thing is that I don't understand why, because I know that they like me very much, but it's just something with that thing when we are. It's just because they are one of the bands that really they've made a huge impact on me, and I would say for the metal things, even though it is very very narrow, very specific kind of thing as well. It just struck such a note in me, you know, that I just the non album and same with Destroy Race Improve, you know, 94 95. It was just like so for me I would say that they are the metal band for me, like of those with I love Pantera and all that, Meshuggah is that, and especially those two is still to this day. And then they have just continuing with all this. So every time last year on Hellfest was one of those when we met again, and like, yeah, so you're gonna come over? He's like, me? Oh, sure. I just feel like I'm turning into a little boy, which I think is cool, and even bigger. Just an hour before, or maybe 30 minutes before, was that moment where we were playing just after the show. Oh, I just thought about this now. I'm gonna be fast. This is great about talking about Starstruck. So we've been playing the show at this. It's super, super warm. And I come out, we're sitting sweating, and then Tom is sitting next to me, and I just say, oh, Steve Harris is just outside. And that's when we went out, and Tom is a huge Iron Maiden fan. Like I have this is probably his favorite band, and you one as well. So it was, and Rickard is an old metalhead, and I also like them a lot. So he's it's one of the gods, So it was a cool, and he's like, yeah, I really enjoyed I watched the whole set, and then it was a bit later, and or guys that is packing up on stage coming down, and he's like, Henrik, can you please come up on the stage, because the guitar tech from Iron Maiden wants to meet you. And so I came up there, and when I was coming up there, I saw that one of the Charvel guitars, one of these ones with this body, that was standing in Dave Murray's rack. So it turns out that he has one of my signature guitars there.
Oh my gosh.
Which was just because that guitar has been featured with like Richie Sambora and the Sneap, and so that was just another thing that whole, it just struck me now that I'd said the Meshuggah thing, and then it was also these two things happening the same. So all this was like in 1 hour.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, hi. My wife is hooked in. Yes. So when you're in it, after, and the day before I turned 50, and we were at Grass Pop, and I think it was, I don't know, 8 or 10,000 people that were just singing happy birthday to me. So when you're coming home after a weekend like that, it's just so much has happened. So yes, I just realized it now when I talk to you, like how amazing it is, and so if you don't enjoy it, then it's better to stay home, because it is, the thing is it is hard to be away, because it's so much other stuff that has to function at home, because of course you miss the loved ones, you can still have contact with them, like this
right, thank goodness,
so, and you can go and meet and all that. It's just like the logistics is like the hassle, so if when something happened, not if, when, because it always
right.
That's
of course, yeah, that's life, either at home or on the road, both.
Yeah, but I'd rather sit with that problem in South America playing a show than sitting there and have to go to a factory and work. So it's just like, so it's gonna be all good.
Yes, I love all that. When did you start playing guitar? What age?
I think that I started when I was 9.
Yeah. My son is 16, and he has been playing for a while, and he loves to shred. He's been like working really hard on that. So yeah, hopefully sometime you'll be able to see him on stage. I did want to talk about, I know I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I did want to talk about We Are the North. I love that song. I think it's such a heavy, awesome, incredible song. The guitar work on that one is probably my favorite on the album, which is a pretty large statement because I love every song. Tell me about that one.
Yeah, it's just it's a really, really heavy one,
Mm-hmm.
So and it was fun when we did all those run those vocals. It was fun standing together. The four of us and Tom was tracking the other four of us when we was just yelling and screaming. You know, it's just fun. So it's just and I really enjoy doing that solo as well. You know, it's just like did one of those really shreddy ones.
Yep.
That's one. Yeah, that's one gonna be one if we're gonna go for if we're gonna play that live, that is gonna be one that I'm gonna need to pay attention. I have to pay attention with that one.
All right, last question. Oh, go ahead. Oh, I was just gonna say last question. You got I don't know, is it Jonas or Jonas from Catatonia?
Yeah, Jonas.
Okay. You got him on this album. I'm a big Catatonia fan. The Tom and his vocals together are just something that I didn't realize how much I needed. It's a beautiful, beautiful song. Tell me about how, I mean, I know you guys are from the same country. I'm sure you guys have probably ran in some of the same circles. Tell me how that came about.
I mean, we really started hanging out in the lounges at the airports, you know, festivals. Yes. So, and then Tom and Jonas was down for the Arian show where they both sang for a weekend. So they did, I don't know, 4 or 6 shows or whatever it was, and really spent a lot of time and really clicked. And yeah, so they have really started to build like a friendship there going. So it's very fun to see because yeah, I mean Catatonia and Evergrey in North America would be awesome.
Well, I would, oh my gosh, I would travel because we don't always get big show. We don't always get shows that come through Idaho because in the West it's such a there's so much room in between the states, and obviously Seattle, Portland, California, yeah, cities are usually the ones that get hit, and so sometimes we get missed Salt Lake City. But I would 100% travel for that. I hope that you guys are able to make that happen.
Yeah, I mean, and we just watched the video for that one as well now, so it just looked really cool. So
is that the last one coming out before the album, like the Wednesday before the album?
I wish I knew.
Okay, that's okay. I'm sure it's okay.
No,
I get it.
That is the actual truth. I wish I knew. It's just I maybe have it in a mail, but I don't know.
Okay, that's all right.
I know it's gonna come. That I know.
I'm excited. I'm super excited to see that.
Cool, a really cool one.
Yes. Oh, I'll bet. I'll bet. I actually have next week another interview with a Sweden band. Huh. Got a couple back to back. Greenleaf.
Greenleaf.
Yes.
What is that?
Like a stoner rock band.
Oh, go figures.
Yeah. Right, Greenleaf. No, they're really good. Their vocalist has an incredible voice. He's a very melodic singer. They're really good.
Greenleaf.
Yeah, I definitely suggest you check them out.
I'm gonna check it out now. Oh, sorry.
Hey, it's okay. It's late there. It's early here. I'm just getting started. So I'm going to go throw some coffee in my face. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful night. Go snuggle with your doggies and your wife. Yep. And hopefully we'll chat again at some point. What's that?
Gonna have a snuggle fest.
Yes, there you go. That's a perfect night.
Yeah, it sounds like a great idea. Yes.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. But really nice talking to you, and have a great day, and thank you for all the support.
For sure. Thank you so much.
What sing book is that?
Which one?
The one's laying on top.
This one?
No. Go further, closer to me.
Closer to me. Let's see, where are you closer to you? This one?
Under.
This one?
Yeah.
This one right here?
Yeah.
Stephen King, Bag of Bones.
Oh, I love Stephen King.
I do too. I just got his new one yesterday because he just
And
had one that came out Tuesday and I got it yesterday.
I have not read. You know what? I have not read Stephen King in years. I'm gonna do that because I have not read anything for probably 10 years.
Oh, there's so many good ones.
Both him and Dean Koontz, I really enjoyed reading a lot. I think they are.
Yes,
I would not say similar, but it's something that I really enjoy with both of them.
yes. If you haven't read Doctor Sleep, which is the sequel of The Shining, I
Yeah.
would read that one. That one is so, so good. The Institute is another newer one that's really good. Fairy Tale was interesting, but it was more of like a fantasy, like some of his fantasy
yeah.
but yes, he's incredible.
Wow.
But yeah,
I'm gonna
I
check.
read a little bit.
You saw, yeah, I see that.
Here you go. I bought it on the airport.
What?
Isn't that the
Hey, can you check this out?
Weird. That is so crazy.
My wife had bought it. Yeah, you bought it when we were in the States, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is so bizarre.
Hi, by the way.
Hey, you want to say hi?
Yeah, of course.
Yes, go say hello.
And it says a sequel to The Shining.
Hey.
Yes, hello.
There's my
Hello.
wife.
You are beautiful.
You
It's
are
nice
the
to meet
eye
you.
makeup is cool.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Where from?
Idaho.
Oh, nice.
Idaho.
I haven't been
No,
there.
it's in like no.
Yeah. So,
It's really pretty. There's lots of lakes and trees and it's
there's
a pretty
another
area.
here.
I come with the whole gang now.
What's his name?
Luna.
Luna.
Yeah.
We used to have a dog named Luna.
Yeah.
You do?
We used to. She passed away in 2020.
Oh, that's sad. Yeah.
Okay, it's part of it.
It seems like it's like 500 million dogs out there called Luna.
It's a beautiful name.
It's a good name. Oh my goodness, you're so pretty.
I have. Let's name her Luna.
Yeah, of course. It means moon, right? Doesn't it
It
mean
does, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's a great.
She looks like a moon. She has the color of the moon.
It's
so-
just great. You get really inspired by them. You know, every
Yeah.
morning they just run out and just
Johnny's
like
here as well.
and just grab lives. You know, it's just
Yeah.
it's very inspiring with dogs.
Yeah.
I saw a thing the other day that said it doesn't matter like what you have going on, your dog is always ready to party. All you have to do is just make that high-pitched, excited voice, and they're like,
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
it's true.
oh, awesome. Well,
Yeah.
have a wonderful evening, all of you guys. It's nice
Yeah.
to meet
Thank
you.
you so
Me
much.
too.
Thank you for the support. And yeah, hopefully I see you live.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I would love that.
Yeah. Great.
Awesome.
Have a
Thank
good
you
one.
so much. You
Thank
too.
you. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.